Hello and welcome to Rough Around the Edges with me, I don't know what this is, like a weekly, is it a podcast, is it a rant? I don't know what it is. As you can see, I'm in a different setting to usual. I'm actually about to go into the dentist, but I wanted to get this recorded so that it could go out, because there was a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. One thing, and it's kind of led what I wanted to talk about, is on Saturday we are doing Game Man's Coaching. He's doing a virtual event for free, 2 p.m. UK time on Saturday, the mid-year reset. And I've been putting this out on my socials. There's limited tickets. If you want to join, the link is in the description. We're going to be looking at where you're at in the year, where you'd like to be, and what are the habits, patterns and behaviors that are stopping you from getting there, and putting an action plan in place to get you moving forward. So that's what we're going to be doing on Saturday. And that kind of informed what I wanted to talk about, because off the back of that, I've been having lots of conversations. I have lots of conversations with people in my DMs in Instagram every single day. And I'm sure, as you can imagine, I get people telling me that they want to change, they want their life to be better, they're stuck, they're feeling a certain way, and yet they do jack shit about it. I know it can be difficult to actually get started. I had a conversation with someone. He was talking about how his life sucks, how he has no confidence, how he wants to change his life, move forward, get a better job, change how he looks, change how he feels about himself. I said, why don't you come to this event? It's free, it's not even going to cost you anything. He said, oh, I'm in the US. I said, doesn't matter. We've done it at 2 p.m. in the afternoon so that most people in the US can get on at a reasonable time. He said, oh, it'll be 6 a.m. here. I was like, you've got an alarm clock. It's this thing that everyone's waiting for. I don't know what they're waiting for. Motivation, for clarity, for the schedule to clear, for the stars to align. And it just doesn't happen. It's this myth of the perfect time. I heard something the other day, and I really liked it actually. It said, now might not be the perfect time, but it might be the best time that you're ever going to have. Because really, if you think about it, do you ever see yourself not being busy? I think over the last 5 weeks, I've spent 8 nights in my own bed. I haven't let that get in my way. I've still got goals. I've been going around London the last couple of days, recording Happy Healthy Homo. We had some meetings. We were painting Joel's house. I took a carry-on, like a suitcase that you roll. I took that full of prepped meals, because life doesn't stop and my goals haven't changed, just the circumstances have. And some people might go, that's a bit extreme. Some people might say, oh, well, I'd rather just have a bit of freedom. Well, do you know what I think freedom is? I think freedom's been able to take your top off when you go to a beach. I think freedom's been able to buy whatever clothes you want to buy. I think freedom is actually being able to walk into a room and feel really confident. I think freedom is the relationship that I have with myself, where I trust myself and I turn up for myself. For me, that is more important, because there's always going to be something. There's going to be a birthday, there's going to be a work trip. Something is not going to be right. There might be a slight niggle, there might be a slight injury. But if you keep waiting for the perfect time, you will be waiting until you're dead. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm the one who's breaking this to you, but that is what's going to happen. And listen, I am a big believer in accommodating people, right? I'm a believer in accommodating people's needs. People are not wired the same. We have different experiences. We learn differently. Some people move slower. Some people move quicker. Some people need more support. That is all valid. I deal with that every day as a coach. That's what we do. Everything that we do is personalized to people. But that is not the same as putting your life on pause until conditions are perfect. At some point, you have to accept that there's going to be a level of discomfort, and the rubber has to meet the road, and you have to get on with it. And I had an ex, and he would spend months trying to think of the best possible way to attack a problem, whatever it might be, whether it was a work problem, whether it was a family problem, whether it was a whatever. Whereas I would very much just roll your sleeves up, get on with it. And he would say, well, you put all this effort in and you might not get it, or it might not work out how you wanted to. True. But sitting and thinking and doing nothing, you cannot think yourself out of a doing problem. At some point, you just have to get on. Something I say to clients all the time is, if you want to learn to swim, you have to get in the water. You can know all the theory of how to swim. You can know best practices. You can know everything about aerodynamics, water dynamics, hydrodynamics, whatever it is. You can know from the thread to the needle every single bit. So at some point you just have to get on with it. Right? Like I said, I'm sat outside the dentist today, and if you don't know what you're doing, you get somebody to help. Do you think I can sort my own teeth out? Do you think I can make sure they're okay? Like, I do find it fascinating that people try to think that they know more than they know, they're better than they are. Like, meet yourself where you're at. You know, I'm not a dentist, so I go to the dentist. When my car breaks down, I'm not a mechanic, so I go get help. But that helps me, you know, when I need to buy a house, I go to a mortgage advisor. When I ask people for their opinions, and people don't do it. People think they can figure it out alone and slowly and eventually, but you can't. Like, you can't. No man is an island. We all need help. We all need, whether it's from mentors, whether it's from friends, whether it's from coaches, whether it's from teachers, whether it's from bosses, whoever it's from, we all need help. And like I said, jump into the pool, you're going to have the person there to help you. Don't try and jump in the pool on your own, because that's what gets people stuck. Oh, I tried it on my own, it didn't work, therefore it's never going to work. That is absolute bullshit. People get frustrated about the results that they don't have for the work that they don't do, and they just say it and they think it's going to happen to them, and it's not. And look at the world. There's so much that is out of your control. Every day we're getting notifications about this going on and this going on and this going on. And it's people abdicate their power, that they go, oh, I have no control over my own life. The world is shit. The world is shit, but it doesn't have to be as shit for you if you do something about it. Think about how frustrated you've been about not doing anything, about not taking ownership over your own life, from avoiding the work that you know that you need to do. Every time that you say, not right now, now's not the right time, you're reinforcing those systems, and it gets harder and it gets harder, and they become more entrenched, and it becomes a limiting belief, and then it becomes something that you hold true about yourself, and you just stay there. Like, how much longer are you going to do that? How much longer can you afford to do that? How much longer do you want to go through life thinking, this is shit, I feel shit, maybe things could be better, in fact I know things could be better, I see other people getting ahead and I don't do anything about it? How long are you going to do that? Because you're choosing to let that happen. People think that they don't have a choice about how their life is. We might not always like the choices, but I spoke about this before. This is what confidence derives from. It derives from choice. And at some point, you have to make the choice to get off your ass and go and do something. Now, whether you do it alone and you muddle through and you waste your time and energy doing that, that's your prerogative. But do something, for God's sake. Now, if you want to jump on our mid-year reset, it's completely free. Like, it's completely free. I mean, I'm a big believer in free advice is worth every penny, but you know what? I like to help people out, and this is the kind of stuff that I know that would have got me going if I'd have done it in the past. It's 2 hours, it's going to be no fluff, it's going to be all action, it's going to be you working, so it's not just going to be me talking at you for 2 hours, because that doesn't teach you anything. You don't need more information. If you need more information, you'd be a ripped millionaire, because all the information is on the internet for free. You need implementation. So we're going to put something together that works in your life for you. We're going to put it together so that you can leave and you can go off and you can take action. That is my big thing. I'm sick of people not taking action. So if you've been waiting for a sign for the perfect time, this is it. Get on it. It's this Saturday. All the details to join are below. And yeah, stop fucking about. For God's sake, stop fucking about, man. You know, take action, do something. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single time. Maybe this sounds like a bit of a rant, but I'm just so sick of having these conversations with people and then saying, well, what are you doing about it? And they go, nothing, I'm not really motivated. Well, it doesn't matter to you that much, because you will only make a change when the pain of staying the same is less than the pain of changing, because changing is painful, but either one is a risk. You risk living your life, feeling like shit, not reaching your potential, getting to your deathbed and going, oh, I know I could have done better. Or you risk failing a couple of times, feeling a little bit silly, not quite things going to plan, but moving forward. I know which risk I would rather take every single time. And that's how you build confidence, by taking those risks and making those choices. So get yourself on. If you liked this, share it, comment below, let me know what you think. And I'll see you on Saturday if you're there.